Returning after a year-long hiatus, Speedball Mike Bailey here to welcome you to WrestleCast Radio.
Hey, this is Joe Doring. I'm here at world-famous Corgan Hall.
What's going on? It's Sammy Guevara, the best ever.
Hi everyone, this is William Hung from American Idol, and you're listening to the WrestleCast Radio.
Hello there, this is the aerial assassin Will Ospreay coming from you live from the Tokyo Dome in Japan, and you are listening to WrestleCast Radio.
Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry here.
Hey, what's up guys from WrestleCast Radio? This is Humberto Carrillo.
This is Flip Gordon.
Hey, hello to all my friends of WrestleCast Radio.
This is Austin Theory, and you're listening to WrestleCast Radio all day.
Greetings and salutations to all the listeners of WrestleCast Radio. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
What's going on? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush. And you are officially listening to WrestleCast Radio.
With your boy, Too Cold Scorpio. Getting ready to open up this show live, right here on the WrestleCast Radio.
What's good? It's your boy, the coach from the WWE. There's a lot of wrestling shows out there. There's a lot of talking heads out there. But nobody says more with less than WrestleCast Radio. You may not always agree with what they say. You might not always agree with what they do. But the one thing you will do is listen. WrestleCast Radio is on the air.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to episode 247 on the WrestleCast. We were off a couple weeks. It was the holidays. We were going through it and the storms and the snows, but damn it, Alex, we've come back. We've come back together.
Near-death experiences while driving, but also I felt, I don't know about you, Ryan, but I felt the horrors of one Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Yeah, I watched the whole Netflix thing.
That got me into my childhood is ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Like forever. Like I knew, like you get older and you hear rumblings. You hear rumblings when you're like 13, when you're like, maybe he did kill Tupac because he did shoot him in that studio. You know, if you're pretty savvy to hip hop, even at a young age, you and if you read the source or Double XL, as I'm sure you did, you know, as well. So, I mean, but everything, I mean, you knew about his promoting and the massacre of those people dying, you know, at the Heavy D show or whatnot. Like you knew about that and everything from him slid. And then you realize why, because of so much blackmail that he had on people, but just his evilness. I mean, charging the funeral back to Biggie, his own funeral. And then I'm like, oh, he did kill Tupac. He did kill Biggie. Like you knew he killed Biggie because Biggie, but just the relationship that Big had with Suge and Pac and everyone on the West Coast outside of Diddy, and just the whole like, hey, I need to be seen. Hey, look at me, look at me. Hey, I'm dancing in your video. And I'm going to charge you for that. Yeah. That's how that motherfucker got rich. And you're like, wow, these people got paid nothing. Crazy. It was such a well done documentary because 50 Cent is so beautifully petty and just like angsty against these people, and you're like, oh, I don't know, this is just going to be another hit piece. No, this was like like on par with that R. Kelly one that was on Lifetime a few years ago, like a very serious tone. Like there was nothing, and my jaw was just agape for like 4 hours because I was like, wow, just reliving all this, the stabbings, the guns, the blaming it on J-Lo, just like all this shit, and then what he does to Danity Kane,
to Aubrey O'Day,
horrific.
And Don,
yeah,
Don Richards.
And she's like, I don't know, like I don't know if that happened to me, but because I don't have remembrance.
Well, that's the worst part too. She's like, and if it did, I don't even want you to tell me.
Yeah, and the other thing is he's out in like what 2 years? Like 3 years, like 50 months. That's all he gets. So how petty is this motherfucker going to get when he's out unless they Epstein his ass, allegedly? So I don't know. He's the hip hop Epstein. That is a 1000% sure. But crazy stuff. Great documentary. Well done.
I think what really blew my mind about, like, I had no idea about the Kid Cudi thing.
Yeah, blowing his car.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he beats Cassie. The video comes out, and you're like, oh, wow, this is like on par with horrificness of the Ray Rice video. Which, I mean, there's no, like, anyways, but, or comparing the two, but yeah, it was just a wild documentary. And the victims, man, and then the first, the first that spoke out, the SA victim, where she's just been dealing with that trauma ever since, she was 18, 19. And then she was like, when I see his billboard in Times Square and he's everywhere, she's like, I just get sick to my stomach, and it just hits you. You're like, just the evil dude. But,
it blew my, like, I was always skeptical on the Biggie part. Like, I knew it. I was always 100% confident about the Tupac thing. Like, I was always like, no, that's just too obvious. But when the dude's talking, he's like, yeah, Biggie's trying to leave, and he made me cancel his flight, and then he dies. Like, I was like, oh my God, he really did set it up.
He set it.
I was like, holy shit, man! He was supposed to be in Europe right now, and this dude pulls rank and stops him from leaving, and then he gets killed. It's like, what?
And then they show him dancing because he makes $1 billion off of a police cover of "I'll Be Missing You," as he has his widow like sing on this song. And it's just so manipulating. But it's also the low self-esteem that he has for himself, where he is the me. I mean, it's wild. Like, I don't know. Like, I love all that shit. Like, I loved all that music, as we all did, during that era. And I always lean lightly towards the East, even though I fucked with the West. But that whole Bad Boy roster from like in 94 to like 99, even 01, like the Bad Boy for Life shit, it was good. And then you hear him rapping, you're like, oh, this guy was trash. It was just the beats. And you're like, oh, he jacked that shit too. Like, oh, and then the producer, that currently, he was like, I'd wake up and there'd be a girl next to me, or it'd be Diddy. And you're like,
yeah, they didn't even get paid.
What is going on? Yeah. He's like, I'd wake up sore, and I'm like, oh man, bless your heart.
That dude was gonna get paid only $29,000
and they couldn't even pay that, shit. He didn't pay the fucking documentarians that were just getting all this footage days before he was arrested, because they sold it to 50 because Diddy didn't pay him. That's how we got all this incriminating evidence.
It's so
essentially.
tight.
And then for the jury, I don't know about that jury, but everything they said it has to go to 100% concrete of, did he do these actions? And they're like, we really couldn't put it down. And you're like, oh, that makes sense why he didn't get fucking life in prison, even though he's clearly guilty of all this shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The true heel.
Yeah, he's. I couldn't
believe
it.
He's the black VKM.
Oh, golly.
It's WrestleCast Radio.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what. Oh, I think I heard when you said about it or something that made me watch it. But it was good. It was really well done.
Yeah. Shout out 50. Also, one more thing. I love his pettiness. He's a tweener, as we say in the wrestling jargon here, where I forgot he pulled a fucking heel ass move, but it's like so baby, it's wonderful. When Ja Rule got out of prison, and then he did that comeback concert, and then it was all empty. It was just, oh my God.
He did the show.
He bought half the tickets.
Yeah, he bought the first like 12 rows of the show or something.
Oh god! I was like, that's so great.
The other, it's not 50, but the other really petty person like that too, and it must be an East Coast thing, because this guy beefed with 50 and then they just kind of stopped because I don't think either of them were gonna give up and they knew it. But his Cameron, when he talks about Omar Gooding was talking hella shit to him recently, and I saw this on his show with Mace. I can't remember what it's called, but he built a movie studio set, just like a one-room studio set, and he got Omar Gooding to read for this part. They had like a fake script. Omar Gooding read for the movie, and then he hired him to be the actor, and then they just sat there and left him in that room all day and just showed him on a camera on their podcast.
Why?
Because he was just to waste his time and show him that he can do way more damage to him by not even trying. So like he's sitting there and he's like doing push-ups and jumping jacks and trying to get ready for this like role where he's gonna play like a police officer, and there was no movie. He just booked him to just fuck with him.
What's Cam's beef with him though?
Because he was talking hella shit about Cameron, like saying he was trash and he's not good and he shouldn't be, like just dogging him for no reason.
Just randomly?
Yeah,
okay,
it was a few months ago.
Funny.
And like they show it, he's like trying to get himself all psyched up for the part and shit, and Cameron's laughing. He's like, this motherfucker doesn't even know there's not even a movie around the corner. I'm just watching him. I was like, damn. Yeah, I was like, that's a whole nother level of petty. That's like it made me think of it when you said the Ja Rule 50 Cent thing.
He's hustling racks, man. God bless him.
I don't know if it was real, but I saw a picture that was called The Fall of Ja Rule, and it said Netflix in May.
I saw that too. I didn't bring it up because I didn't know if it was an actual.
I don't know if it's real or not, but holy shit, if he did that too.
But Ja was on that 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, that what's the Carmelo Anthony podcast? He was on there, and they were like kind of talking about that beef, which was a fucking knockout, drag out solo, beat down from 50 Cent to Ja Rule. Killed Murder Inc. essentially.
Yeah.
And Ja was like, "Hey, I'm over it. That was, such a long time ago, blah, blah, blah." And they try to bring it up again. He's like, "No, I'm good. I'm at peace." This and that. And I'm like, 50 Cent is just like chopping at the bit. He's like, "No, motherfucker, we're going to continue this shit."
He's killing him with kindness like in retail, and he's not liking it. Just being nice to the angry people, then they get more angry, so you get nicer. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Glad we got a little bit of that hip-hop Monday Soda Sound radio action out here, but we got a couple shows that we're going to talk about that are probably not, we're not really going to go over much, but they're from the last couple weeks when we didn't have, when we missed the shows because of real life. We're going to kind of briefly just touch on Full Gear and Survivor Series, just big picture thoughts and everything. We're also, we'll run through ROH Final Battle 2025. But the big topic tonight that we're going to talk about a lot is King of Gate, which we've been putting a lot of time into dragging it the last couple shows. So it's only fitting that we finish it off. But before that, Alex, I think we should knock out these little quick hitter topics and then get to the big meat and potatoes of today. I guess, let me ask you this. I know we kind of had an idea of where we're going to go, and as normal, I always start changing things.
Wait, time out. Let me ask you this first.
Ooh, okay. Touche.
What's your favorite type of potato?
Mashed.
Mashed, okay. Any garlic or... Oh, no, you're Jane Plain, so probably just butter.
I put some pepper in it.
Okay. I could fuck with that. Now, you're like real, like you peel that shit like you're, working in the army in like the 50s.
No, hell
just
no.
peeling it, then you cut them up, then you put them and boil them up, then you mash them the old way, or do you do that powder shit?
I just buy them in the bag and then just make them.
You sick motherfucker.
Dude, I do it for the sickos, I'm sorry.
All right, now what's your questions?
Do you want to... back and forth, quick chat, Full Gear. Do you want me to go over Survivor Series and you ask me questions, or do you want me to run through Final Battle real quick and let's see if there's any match recs for it?
Let's go in that order. Let's go Full Gear 2025. Not happening in Minneapolis as it did 4 years ago, which was an excellent show.
Yeah, it was.
That happened at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. There were a bunch of pre-show matches, as always, Ryan. I, of course, did not see it. I actually didn't watch this show, Ryan, until like a day and a half longer. It was hard to stay off the internet. I had to stay off the internet because we were at a Friendsgiving in a more rural area than where I'm at currently. And I just couldn't be rude. I wanted to be, but I tried watching it Sunday morning on my phone. You know how much I hate watching wrestling on a small screen, but I did what I had to do. Then we got home late. Then I tried watching a little bit. Then I watched a little bit on Monday night there, but, yeah, it was interesting. So that's why I didn't watch any of the pre-match show here. But something we predicted the last show on what could have happened apparently did. But before that, any recommendations on the pre-show?
So not only will I say there's no recommendations, but up until the Pac Darby Allin, which was the second on the pay-per-view 5th match overall, I didn't have one thing above 2 3/4, and I went, this show sucks.
Whoa! Even Ace Austin and Juice and Austin Gunn was the Bang Bang Gang.
So I went 2.5 on that opener. I went the best match so far before the Pac match was, ironically, I went 2 3/4 to Boom and Doom against RPG Vice. Only because Trent Beretta took a buff blockbuster off of the Costco dude's shoulder, and the kid got punked again. So I thought it was tight. That part was tight.
Who punked the kid? Was it Trent Beretta?
Oh yeah. Beretta was out there being a real douche. It was great.
How was the Rizzler?
Rocky, I thought was gonna beat him up, but I think he was too little.
Isn't he like 8?
Probably.
He's 8, but he looks like he's 22. It's like the kid from Modern Family, but Italian.
And then I went 2 1/4 on Workhorseman versus Hook and Eddie Kingston.
1:50.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't bad,
50.
but it wasn't anything like it was meant to.
You were excited. You were excited when I told you to work Horseman around this show, and you were like ecstatic.
And then they ran out of time. Yeah, I was like, well, I had Kyle all hyped because he loves the Workhorseman too. And because they're always on those GCW shows we had been watching, and it was like, hey man, look, he likes JD Drake a lot, and I was like, all right, well, that's cool. And then the opener for the pay-per-view, had the final stretch not picked up, this was a fucking dud.
Oh, but it was so cool when Okada pulls up late within the match. His entrance.
That
was perfect.
Kazuchika Okada, when he had his balloons, really made me not. Like, I was really upset with him in that stupid fucking balloon crap. When he showed up in a car in his underwear, in his trunks, I was like, okay, what the fuck are we doing here? And then his jacket and belt are just hanging there. Like, why is that? I was like, all right, I was like, you guys are really Monday Night Rawing this shit. It's pisses me off. God, I fucking hated it. I was so mad.
You didn't like it?
No,
okay.
I hated it. And then he shows up.
What have they done to your boy? What have they done?
And then for like the 4th time, there's the same Takeshita bump, and then didn't Okada leave? I think at the end of it, or so. I don't even remember. Like I was like, this. It was not good. Like you had 6 of the best wrestlers in the world, you could argue. Because I think Neon is really good too, and he's underrated. And
Mystic, though, what do they sell? 100,000 tickets this year?
Yeah,
a million tickets?
They sold, it had to be a million because they did another 16,000 on Wednesday.
1 million tickets for the calendar. How is that not the promotion of the year? Yeah. Jesus Lord.
Listen, I haven't watched as much CML as I'd like to because I've finally found a good way to watch it. So I'm going to find a good starting point and get into it. I'll get you how I'm going to watch it. So that way, if you want to jump in too. But even not seeing them other than maybe 3% of their product all year, 5% of their product all year, to me, it's between them and Dragon Gate for the promotion of the year. And I can comfortably say that without even watching it. Like, the facts are just there. Like, you can't argue with those facts.
AEW's fifth.
I don't even know where
because it's Stardom next.
Stardom's got to be up there too because they're doing such good business.
I mean, New Japan. I would put AEW over AEW or AEW over New Japan.
My top 5 right now are probably going to go Dragon Gate, CMLL, Stardom, AEW, New Japan, but it could fluctuate.
Okay, interesting.
I've really liked a lot of what Marvelous has done this year.
Ooh.
And every time I've watched DDT, it's been really good this year. I just really enjoy. I love that
6-hour shows.
They've been about 4.5. They're not as long, but that Dino Tanahashi match was so fucking good, man. Oh my god, it was fantastic. Like, I still say you got to watch that before you do anything with match of the year type shit, because it could be one of those random that sneaks into somebody's like 9th or 10th spot. Like, it was so fun. If you are somebody who does like Dino and understands what you're gonna get with Dino, but knows how much of crowd connection and he's got and everything, and like you said too, when you watched that the wrestlers thing, it really opened up Dragon or DDT a little bit differently.
DDT.
For you.
Yeah,
and
especially Takeshita.
And Tanahashi just does everything the most perfect way somebody who's coming to do a final stop does it. I mean, I don't even want to give away a couple of things that happen.
Yeah, don't give it away. Yeah,
I mean, there's some shit in that match, and the crowd is so into it, man. It was kind of emotional, like, because you could see Dino is like crying while trying to play his gimmick because he loves Tanahashi.
How cool of an honor is that? How cool of an honor! Like, that's who he picked out of that promotion is someone so. Like, I don't even know if he's divisive. I mean, he's divisive if that's what your first, interaction with DDT is. But he's such a spotlight for that company. And I think the Pheromones should still be around. It's one of my favorite factions of the last 25 years, and they were around for like 7 months, probably.
Yeah, sexy Imanari.
But
and the camera? You mean he's so sexy?
So
Imanari?
good. I want a compilation of the pheromone matches somehow. I hope they have a gimmick on Wrestle Universe, but
you can tell everybody must really like or love Dino because everybody goes along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. It was one of those, like, where sometimes when you watch a wrestling match and you can tell, like, man, this company just gave back to that person and they are really appreciative about it. Like, you could just tell in his mannerisms. And he wrestled, like, he was doing shit, like, actual shit during it, too. And then, like, when he would go into his goofy comedy type shit, he was doing it all, but with, like, speed and precision. Like, he was using it as an offense, not as a joke. It was an awesome fucking match.
That's pretty cool. If Kenny wasn't hurt, if he didn't have the diverticulitis issues, and he was around for majority of 2025, do you think Tanahashi would have wanted 1v1 with Omega?
He might have. I could see it on like a Wrestle Dream type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially after the 2019 Wrestle Kingdom, I think.
Because Naito was essentially gone this year, right? Like the whole year, or was it like mid-year?
Didn't they wrestle the Bucks at the Dome?
Yes, Naito and
Hiromu
did.
And then I think...
Oh, yeah, that was not a good match.
No, you could tell the Bucks were like, oh, this isn't the two guys that we wrestled before.
Yeah.
Because they were moving and Naito was like, hold on. Like, you guys might not age, but have you seen my fucking Destino? I'm trying
to number 7. You're like, oh boy, oh man. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else they did to see a Naito.
Because they didn't get a 1-on-1 this year, right? Before his.
I don't think so. I'm pulling up his cage match right now. Damn, never mind. Cage match is going through some.
Remember we saw him and Takeshita live in person.
Naito and Takeshita.
Cool. No, Takeshita and
Robo, yeah. They've been because him and Bushi have been wrestling as Los Tranquilos de Japón. That's what I was trying to say that one night. His last New Japan match was May 4th. And for one-on-one matches, oh my gosh, they lost the titles to Newman and Cobb. He got beat in the second round of the New Japan Cup by Jeff Cobb. He beat Callum Newman in the first round.
Wait, when did Cobb jump ship then? Like in May as well?
I think in like the summer.
It seems like Cobb's been in the E or JC Mateo for like nine years already. I forget that it's him. I'm like, what?
So Robo and Naito defeated the Young Bucks in 9 minutes and 48 seconds at the New Beginning.
They beat the Young Bucks?
Mm-hmm. Because the Young Bucks beat them and United Empire at WrestleDynamite. So Naito had one singles match in New Japan all year, and it was at the Dome against Hiromu.
Oh, that was not a good match either.
And then the only other singles match he's had this whole year is November 28th. He defeated the Butcher Man and the Statement to become the Singapore Pro Wrestling Southeast Asian title triple.
The motherfucker had to go to Singapore. Now, he's becoming Mickey Rourke's he's becoming Randy the Ram, right? Like, this is Tetsuya Naito in like 3 years. Like, he's going to be at conventions. He's going to go out there. They're like, bro, you can't do another Stardust because, you know, your knee's going to explode and then you're not going to tranquilo anymore. And then he's like on the top rope. He's like, oh, fuck it. And he jumps off, fade to black. Like, Naito's Randy the Ram from now on, right?
Hell yeah, I'm over here doing the Ram Jam thing with my arms. Ram Jam. Gonna jump on Ernest Miller. Does Naito do the Stardust press against Ernest Miller to end it?
I hope so. I remember seeing that movie at the Uptown Theater opening night, and it was fucking awesome. But continue.
I can comfortably say that our conversation about all of that was more entertaining than everything before Pac Darby Allin.
Ooh, very nice. But Pac Darby Allin, second match of the card.
And then, aside from the tag match, which went after that, I had everything for the rest of the show at 4.25 or higher, but nothing at 5.
Oh, you didn't like FTR Brodito?
FTR Brodito, I went 4.5.
I went 5 fucking stars.
Hell yeah.
You calling me stupid?
No, I call you
fucking
fantastic.
Love that match.
I was a pussy.
Bandito. At the end, Brody King sacrificing his body every which way. FTR being the fucking great heel tag team we know and love. Oh. Stokely finding his path as a heel manager. We always liked Stokely. He was kind of, you know, here and there within this company so far. But when they were paired, I was like, what the fuck? But now it all makes so much sense. Yeah, Stokely and FTR. So him doing the belly entrance? Did anyone else not notice that?
Mm-hmm. Hell
I know
yeah,
you did because you're a Belly fan, but I was like, bro, this is Belly, and everyone's like, huh? Like, this is fucking tight. But no, this match was dope. Bandito just like calling quits. He's like, I know, I'm done. Like, just murder me. I love how he did the gun thing to Cash Wheeler. I popped for that. Like, oh shit, did he know? But this was a fantastic tag match. FTR Tag Team of the Year. I don't know. The Bucks surprised the shit out of me. I've seen them a few times in person this year, it seems like, and they still amaze me. But this match rocked. FTR
so
tag
good.
champs yet again against the face Bucks. Come whenever, it's gonna rock.
And guess what, Alex?
What's that?
They didn't have to have Brody King turn on Bandito either.
No,
they just
or any blood.
Yeah, or they just fucking lost.
Yeah. Bandito was like, you know what? I loved it. He's like, he's like, hey, just murder me. I'm going out. Just take me out.
Such a good babyface way to go.
Yeah.
Tony Khan is slowly. I think it's a combination of two things, I should say. With me distancing myself from the company we're probably going to talk about next, and the amount of times that Tony Khan doesn't do the obvious turn, I'm slowly starting to not expect it every time.
Oh,
It's still always in the back of the mind, but like, if they run that back, I wouldn't go into it thinking that. I was just going, all right, so when is Brody King turning? That's all I could think of, and then I'm like,
see, I didn't think about that much. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see that would make sense. Like, why would you turn him heel when he's pro, or when he's anti-ice and he's, like largely pro-Hispanic because he's from California. So
then they could have a
to
Ring of Honor
me,
competitor.
They could just wrestle. They could just wrestle each other. Why
Agreed.
not?
And that might end up being a thing. Like, we might really get that this time.
Like, it's hard for me because 1 and 2 and 3, like, you have Gabe, you have Takeshita, and you have Bandito that all could be the number one wrestler in the world of 2025.
Yeah.
Like, you can go either fucking way, and you're going to be like, oh, Gabe Kidd, even when he's lighting a table on fire, at least he did it in the second try, unlike other matches.
Yeah.
Or he's just having, still my top 1B match of the year with Omega.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so much shit that he's done.
His 2 with Yoda-Tsuji.
Yes, thank you.
And Mystical. And Mystical's there too.
And
like, it's a
Mystical,
great
yeah.
year for these people. But you're right. Bandito's making an argument, I think. Like, I think he's starting to, when you always see, like, after, like in college football, when a team gets like 6-0, that normally isn't. You're like, and they get those also receiving votes. Like,
yes,
it was kind of locked to 3 or 4 people for me. But Brodito's started to get those also receiving votes where I think he's only got a couple weeks left, but like when you start looking back at his collection of work, like when I go through and do my spreadsheet where I get everybody's kind of overall match rating, like I think he's gonna surprise some people how many like notebook kind of matches he had.
Oh, he's easily had what, 10?
Easy. I think easy.
No joke. 10 fucking matches that you could easily go 4.
That might just be Brodito.
and higher.
That might not even be counting Takeshita, Hechicero, like
just a tag team they randomly threw together, but it fucking worked. And during the time that we were facing in this country with the raids and whatnot, like for Brody King to say, yeah, this is my partner. Oh, we're going to didn't we see them win the championship at All In? Like, it's just wild. So I mean, it's just it's crazy what these guys have done. But what Bandito has done on the singles, because he's the ROH World Champion, and his matches on YouTube against Konosuke Takeshita, who I still think is probably my number 1 wrestler of the year.
He's so good too.
But then also the match with Hechicero, we were like, oh, this match fucking fucks.
See, and I think this is why going with when you said that top 5 list, why you almost have to you have to put AEW on the list because all these guys work there.
And he made Okada work in tag matches and triple threat matches and single matches. He played the shoulder, injury in the match where, he couldn't do the 21 plex, or Okada, trying to get the Rainmaker. Like, and then him hitting Okada with the Rainmaker. Like, fuck, man.
When
Bandito,
he got
so good.
When you say he got Okada to work, look how great that finish was where Okada stepped away from the rope. So when he did the 21, he laid on his feet confused only to get turned around and killed. Like, that's how you know he's got Okada going, hey, I got an idea type shit. If it was Okada's idea. You know what I mean? Like,
and Okada took the L. Like, that's the other thing. Like, it works. Perfect.
Yeah, he's so good. He is so good.
But something that was not perfect, the AEW National Championship was up for grabs in a 12-man casino gauntlet match. 2 things that were wrong with this. We saw Roderick Strong actually participate in this match.
I was laughing. I was like, I wonder if somebody's going to get pinned before he makes his way out there again.
And he just got killed, and it was great. But also, the whole gimmick of 1 and 2, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, They hurt people. We wanted to see them hurt each other, at least friendliness. 2 minutes. The incompetent buzzer is also number 3 of the countdown, I should say. But the lack of touching by them just sorely disappointed. This is something where you're like, okay, let's have fun. And we got fucking gypped. But this was a great match. Ricochet becoming your inaugural AEW National Champion. Great heel work. Good stuff with the Gates of Agony taking them out as well, meaning the Hurt Syndicate. But again, just sloppy. We could have seen a little bit. We didn't need to see them, half of the match, not even in it. Kevin Knight, though, also showing fantastic. Just, I would say, just a star-making year for him. He's been doing his stuff in New Japan Strong for a while prior to his big AEW 2025 run. But he's something special. But Ricochet, good on him having a championship. It makes sense with this new version of himself, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I went 4 1/4 on it. I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. I liked that Ricochet got the win too.
Were you disappointed with no touching of Lashley and Benjamin?
I didn't really care. I didn't expect
what sold me
much.
on the match. What sold me?
I was more into watching Ricochet bump and just watching the workers. Mark Davis was great seeing him back in there.
Mark Davis was good. Yeah, he was looking good.
Yuta's always fun. Like you said, Knight was great. I thought Daniel Garcia was good. Claudio's always good. I really enjoyed Matt Menard for some reason.
It was. I mean, I get why it was done, but it was just like,
and I say I enjoyed it because it was kind of like he went in, did his shit, then he got the hell out of there. You know, so like wasn't oversaturated, but it was something that there's somebody I haven't seen in a while. Cool, good for him getting a chance.
Yeah.
So I thought, like I said, I went 4 1/4. It was probably my least favorite out of this backstretch.
Okay.
I had the same. I had 4 1/4 also on the 6-man tag. And I went
$4 million trios match, you mean?
And then I went 4 1/4 on the cage match.
Samoa Joe becoming your new AEW World Champion, as Ryan stated,
Couldn't
in a
believe
steel cage main event.
He got me.
Samoa Joe busted open, which was the theme of the night. Shout out to Pac, by the way. I loved how it was a wrestling match, and he was the one being a heel, of course, utilizing
he couldn't
artillery
fucking
in the
beat
belts.
him. He could not beat
Darby
him.
Allin.
So-
I really enjoyed that match.
Mhm.
I really did. It was shorter than I expected. But I loved how it was just a really fun second opener, I guess, if you will. But
it shows how good Darby can be, and it's such a good finish that, like, it reminded me a lot of MJF when we saw him beat Darby, and he beat him with the headlock takeover, like he called.
Headlock, yep.
It was the same type of thing. Pac's like, I'm gonna just beat your ass, and then he couldn't fucking beat him, so he was like, all right, whatever. And then bam, hit him with a bat. I'm like, oh, you dickhead. And he just won because he's Pac and he doesn't care.
Speaking of dickheads, Samoa Joe again regaining 2-time AEW World Champion. Good on him. Because Hook, that dickhead, came from the sky and kind of looked at the belt. Hit Hangman Page, did a pseudo heel turn, took off his jersey and took off his South Pole? Some academics, kind of gimmick. Very New York, very Hook. He showed the op shirt. No one gave a shit. And then, Joe wins. Fine match. I think it's more well known for a shitty turn that no one cared about, and also Samoa Joe's bloody crimson mask. As Ryan stated, trios match. Josh Alexander and the Bucks defeat Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express. A really fun match. Of course, the Bucks, they win the money, but technically lost the money because Hechicero took the bags, as they say, and the Bucks went back and helped Kenny Omega from getting decimated by the Don Callis family. Really good match. Josh Alexander, I'm loving. They're showing more. I hope he has a strong 2026 and has some gold coming in. But the meat of the matches, I would say probably 3 out of my 4 favorite matches on the card. 2 back-to-back, a no holds bar and a no DQ match.
Loved them. They were my 2 favorite matches.
bloody galore. Kyle O'Reilly getting the win. Where was this 4 years ago? But whatever. Telling the story with Jon Moxley, making him submit. This was a great match. You saw a fork almost tear off a nipple as Jon Moxley did that with Kyle O'Reilly. It was a great blood ballet. Take it away, Ryan.
The story that everyone's they used to hate it. They used to be blah blah blah. Everyone used to always bitch about Moxley. Moxley's on TV. This is stupid. Jon Moxley has had the most compelling second half of a year that I've seen anybody have.
Yeah,
everything he does hits. And everything is so well calculated. This guy is the big baddie he's got his bodyguards, he's got his people with him. He's all big and tough. But every time he's by himself, he gives up and quits. He doesn't get pinned, he quits. And it's going to build to him getting taken out, and it's going to be one of the biggest face pops we're going to ever hear when he comes back. And by giving guys like Kyle O'Reilly wins like this 2 in a row, it does the same thing as I said with Josh Alexander a year ago or 6 months ago or whatever that was, is you can heat up or cool down these guys at any point because it's believable, because all these guys end up at some point, whether they win or lose, are always in good situations. And when they pull the trigger on a guy like Kyle O'Reilly, if they want to give him any kind of a run at maybe against Ricochet as a feud, it's going to be believable because Moxley put him over clean twice. It's perfectly done. The right guy won
3 times. The
Yeah.
count out win.
Oh yeah, good call.
Good storytelling within this feud, but also, like you said, the dissension and the inevitable kicking out of its once fearless hardcore championship belt in the briefcase for over a year leader, Jon Moxley, where they're all doing the stare down. The Death Riders are behind him on all these promos and videos, or outside the ring, or Marina Shafir, who's his loyal, muscle, is even questioning him. And
It's so good.
Just great stuff that they're telling. But Kyle O'Reilly, like I said, where was this 4 years ago or whatever? I get it. He had that illness and some injuries along the way. And they're still trying to figure out that whole group of him and Cole. And then Bobby Fish was already gone due to some no-sell and some other stuff. Where's the line? No. But O'Reilly, people forget, including myself, he's a former Ring of Honor champion. He could easily slide if he wants to help Ring of Honor out. With these shows where he could go against a Bandito.
There you go.
Sign me up. There's stuff that he can do on both brands. Like, am I a fan of the conglomeration? It's a ragtag bunch of dudes, but but trust me, I love me some Big Tom, Ishii. Happy 50th, by the way, big Stone Pitbull. There's confidence with him again. Because when you saw him for so long, he would just eat the pin, and he's better than that. And let him be wacky. He can be wacky with the conglomeration, or he can make your fucking leader of the biggest heel faction of this company's history tap twice.
And it proves once again. And I'm throwing roses at this company now because I shit all over one of my all-time favorite wrestlers in his stupid segment and the stupid ass shit this company does sometimes. It's just like WWE. But I'm throwing the roses at him right now because once again, as we've said, I've said it a ton. I know you said it before. The reason why you can get away with just random wins like this is because this company makes you always remember things, because they prove time in and time out that everything matters that happens on television in this company. If it makes tape, it you have to remember it because it matters. So Kyle O'Reilly may be this big loser, but damn it, he won, and now people are going to look at him in a different light. Look at what Josh Alexander's doing. Now, maybe he's just getting an Andrade spot. Who knows? But regardless, it's believable. And just like the match after this, which I almost went the full 5 on, Mark Briscoe can take loss after loss after loss after loss. But as I always say, he's so good it doesn't matter, because when you need to do it and heat him up, it'll make sense. And once again, he did it and he won, and it was fantastic. They proved to me that, to me now, I'm saying this is just for me, because I'll let you know, you kind of, I think you said
meaning you, one technical legend, correct?
One technical legend. This is shoot, brother. Is they proved that it doesn't matter your match order. You could put 3 death matches in a row, and as long as it's good, I don't give a shit.
You can say that as a sicko, myself included, but you gotta come on, that's a lot of changing of the ring canvas.
My
But
2
also,
favorite matches were those 2 matches. Literally, I a grade above everything else.
You gotta space that shit out. I mean, even if you threw that 4-way tag women match, you could have put that in between. I mean, that was a hardcore match too, I believe. But
all right, let me preface it differently. Let me preface it this way. Tell me if this is a better take on it, real quick. Not to stop you.
You don't need the same stipulation match back to back. You needed something to breathe from O'Reilly Moxley. Again, a fork almost tearing off a nipple, and so much blood. You just needed a nice cool down.
I agree to an extent, but I think if the situation's right, you don't have to. And I think these.
I agree.
And now where I was going was maybe
if you're trying to gain new fans. Like I had people watch, they were like, "What? Why are we watching the same thing?"
You know what?
And I agree, but it's all about growing your base. For the sickos like you and I, they fucking rocked. But when you're trying to get new people, where I'm like, "Hey, would you watch this again?" They're like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's probably not the first thing you want to show them. Like, I'm not gonna. The first thing I want to show somebody who's never seen it is Tony Storm and Megan, or whatever. I don't even remember, Mariah May. Like,
I made sure they watched that match, and they were all women.
But my point is, yes, you don't want to always do it. I regret me saying I wanted the start of the pay-per-view to be the same way again. Now it just feels overdone. Like it was way cooler.
Do it forever.
Do it once every year or something. But like, you don't always need to put these 2 matches together. But I think in a situation where and you're confident that they're both going to be just as good, and the nice thing about it is you're putting the 2 conglomeration guys who cannot win matches in back-to-back matches to showcase this faction.
Very good point.
I think you can damn sure get away with doing it like this, because once again, these were the best matches on the show. Next month, don't do it.
My God. Yeah. 100.
So that was my let me read
stipulation matches.
That was my
read. Having a lot of stips matches.
Yep.
We don't need $1 million, 500,000, 222,000.
Well, that's all
we don't
ROH.
Need these matches anymore.
If you watched ROH in 2004, 2005, 6, like the Kerry Silken days, every match had something written on it. It was.
But we know it's not real. Don't think we're stupid.
No, but this is him being a Ring of Honor mark and a ECW mark. ECW always put shit out there. ROH always did main event spectacle, or Final Battle Dream Match 1, and all this stupid shit that was never needed. I think I agree. The money thing is kind of goofy. But I think it's one of those things where that's why he does it, I think.
Yeah. Do it on that show. Guess what? He owns it. So he
there you
can
go.
do that there. We know these guys are all making really boku bucks for working once or twice a week. So we don't need to be, stupefied by that. But Mark Briscoe is not super. Kyle Fletcher, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't want to see a fucking heel faction versus heel faction with the Ops and the Don Callis family. I think that's way too soon. It'll rock. Don't get me wrong. Maybe that's your stadium stampede for next year. But Fletcher's the guy. Fletcher's the man that deserves that title shot again. He's the one. If Joe didn't beat him, again, I don't know why or what. I'm happy for him. What does that say about Hangman's, reign? What's going on there? That's a story for a different day. But Fletcher's the guy. Like, he's the one who should have beat Page. He's like, hey, I failed the first time, but I grew. I was in the Continental Classic. I'm beating Okada two years in a row. Like, let's fucking go. Then that's what you do. But, like, if that's the plans, then, like, what is he going to do? A heel owns the national championship. The TNT champion, I forget who's it, Mark Briscoe now.
Yeah.
So, again, 3 fantastic matches they've had this year. I don't need to see that again for like another 2 years. When Fletcher's your champion, your world heavyweight champion, and Briscoe's going for that gold. Then I'll fucking say, yeah, give me that right now. But Fletcher, my God, this guy, he was kind of ridden with the injury curse, for a while, because it seemed a lot of his opponents, got hurt. Unfortunately, Adam Cole was one of them with that power bomb to the apron. But I think he's definitely has grown, has learned, and is just showing why he is a pillar of All Elite Wrestling now and going forward. This kid is great. I can't wait for his face turn and the Aussie Open reunion in 2028. But again, we'll talk about that in a few years. But him and Briscoe, it's like FTR and the Briscoes a few years ago, before Jay's untimely passing, and those trilogy of matches. You can stamp that with Briscoe and Fletcher in 2025.
Yeah, they're so good.
Rivalry of the year.
Yeah.
Chemistry upon chemistry. Table spot against Froggy Bows against Jay Driller, Avalanche style. Like, just fucking wild stuff. Yeah, I mean, besides the match order, like you said, these were, 3 of my 4 favorite matches on this card, which is a really, really, really good show in AEW. Does not miss. Did they miss by not having hometown girl Chris Statlander go on last against Mercedes Moné? Ryan, why did I like this match so much? And what did you think about Statlander?
Before we go there, I still got stuff to say about Fletcher and shit.
Oh yes.
So hold on. We'll go back real quick on that one. I think Kyle Fletcher's in that same spot that I said with Moxie, where if you are having plans and want to turn him face, I'm not saying to do it, but I think he'd get really over. Like, if he saved Will Ospreay and then and everyone knows like their past, I think that would really be bold if you wanted to try that. But I think right now they know that Fletcher's good enough that he could headline a pay-per-view and it would be great. So I think that's part of the reason they took the strap off him too. I think they're like, you know what? Mark Briscoe needs it. He needs a win. Let's get him a win and let's get him on a little bit of a run.
He just had another kid. Give him the title.
And whereas Kyle Fletcher, I think it's like, okay, now we've established and people believe that he's a main eventer because he can do everything, any style of match. So now he goes into that same slot as like Takeshita and Swerve and MJF and Will, where he's ready, and if you ever need to pull the trigger, he's now available and open to do it. Because he's not tied to anything. And I think that's what's so... Because if you think about it, he's the number 3 guy in his faction. Tell me another faction where the number 3 guy is Kyle Fletcher level of talent.
Yeah, what does it go? Hechicero, Takeshita, and Fletcher?
I would have said Okada and Takeshita and Fletcher. But, I mean, if you put Hechicero above any of them, I would never argue that. Because he's fucking incredible, too.
I mean, it's a running joke with the growing, even an Andrade for a night, just the ever-growing Don Callis family, where they were even in on the joke on TV, which
I love it. I love it, man. And you know what sucks about it, too? Is Andrade...
What's crazy, it's like a Heyman, like 89 WCW type of, the Dangerous Alliance, essentially.
Hell yeah.
So it's good stuff. But
Dangerous Alliance times 3. I think there's only 5 guys in the Dangerous Alliance, wasn't there? I think it was Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, Larry Zbyszko, Rick Rude, and Stunning Steve Austin. What a fucking group. God, that's one of my favorite factions of all time, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, and Medusa.
Yep, and Medusa was in there. So, and then talking about the Joe Page thing, if Page would have won clean, or I shouldn't say, I mean, if Joe would have just beat him clean, or if, as much as the hook, like, I get what they were doing with the hook turn, I thought it sucked because, my biggest pet peeve is when somebody waits till the end to come out.
Mm-hmm.
If Hook would have walked Hangman to the ring and then turned on him before the bell rung, I would have loved it. I would have been okay with it.
Oh.
Because then now you've already established it, and now the turn's happening, and now you've put doubt in the fan's head. Oh my God, he might lose. Obviously, the shock pop was there. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes when I watched it with people. Everyone was like, "Oh my God!" Like, we were literally never in a million years saw that happen. But if you would, I didn't in a million years think Hangman was going to lose to Joe.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the hook turn, but yes, yeah.
No, I knew. I assumed that was going to happen at some point. That's one of the ones where it's like, okay, I still knew at some point that was going to happen because
it was just too soon. It was just like, he was like, I hate you, like 3 weeks ago since our last show. And he's like, no, I'm with you. But I don't know. But the other big news we forgot too, Swole Strickland coming back out.
Oh yeah. He was tight, man. He's jacked. I watched him on Van Vliet, and he was talking about how he works out 3 times a day or something.
Jeez. They're going to be you in 2026?
Man, maybe. We'll see what happens. That would be tight. He showed that you can transform if you put in work. Man, good. It was good.
Have a lot of money and trainers and, food.
And now I understand too, because. Well, let me do this little thing with you that somebody else did this, went over these numbers in this article, and I want to just go over it with you and see if this changes the thought. Like, because did you kind of like wow, already they took the title off Hangman, like you were saying?
No, because it was pretty stagnant to me. It wasn't like a run where I was like we've said on, when we talked on the phone, I was like, oh, he's just a way better guy who chases, because you're like, oh, you believe in his story every couple of years. Like, you're like, yeah, let's do this. And then he wins and you're like, oh, yeah.
So,
okay, cool. You're going to run another promo and you're going to yell and you're going to do this. And oh, cool. Okay. Oh, remix of the song. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, you're going to do the Logan Paul move? Kidding. But yeah, no, it's fine. But he's definitely, it's more enticing when he's chasing the title.
And I'll say this: champion. I thought he had a great run. I thought it was a perfect title reign. I thought they did it great. Because if you look at this, like on paper, he's got wins over Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley twice, MJF, Josh Alexander, Kyle Fletcher, Lee Moriarty, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata. That's a pretty good fucking list of names for a title run.
Well, list of names and, matches where you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to rewatch that Shibata Hangman match, which on paper you're like, holy fuck. And then you watch, you're like, oh yeah, it was a TV match.
Oh yeah. And like, I'm not saying all the matches were, but like him and Hobbs was great.
I did enjoy him and Hobbs, honestly.
But like,
especially, with the exploding electrical box circuits and the lights flickering.
That back body drop that he took off the table and landed on his. Oh my God. I felt for him so bad as somebody who did a middle rope leg drop in the corner, not thinking about it. And I swear my butthole almost ate me. It was the worst thing. You could hear me go, my ass, and Joe, I think it was Joe I did it to, and he's almost started laughing, and I was like, shut up. But, that's a great, if you're putting together on paper a title reign, and you were to put together all those names, you'd go, wow, this is like a good year-long title reign. They did all that in 5 months. They got a lot of shit in, and I thought it was, so that's why I think it ran its course, because he ran out of people too.
Yeah, when your heavy hitters are out, but return. I mean, yeah, I think it's too soon to run him and Swerve, again, and that if he was still champion. But they're doing a tag match tonight, and Winter is coming. I think you should have saved that for a pay-per-view, for a bigger type of a match, but here we are. Um, but with Hangman, it's again, him and Fletcher was good. I mean, again, they were good matches, but it's not something where I'd put up my like top 10.
Oh yeah,
matches of
I
the
agree
year.
with that. I just mean like if you were to look at that, say you never watched it and you looked
Like
at this,
he was never like, oh, that's my match of the night.
oh
Like,
yeah, no.
Like,
yeah,
and
like,
to me, a solid title reign, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I would rewatch that again or put that in my top 10.
yeah, say you didn't watch the company and you just looked at that title reign without dates, it would, without seeing it's a good resume. I guess is my thought with it. But I do agree there was matches that were kind of just whatever. But again, I think you're right. Like that is kind of the consensus we came to is he's good at the chase. And I think the one thing with Hangman is I think he knows it, and that's why like when he drops it, it almost works. Is because I think he knows he's great at chasing. So why you had to pay off him winning the title.
Agreed. Yeah, that they had to call that audible. They had to switch it to Hangman to beat Moxley while Darby was climbing a mountain. I mean, a mountain named Everest. But like, it's. I think it was the smart move. It was great for that pop for that event that we witnessed live.
Yep. Yeah.
But it was a great match. I mean, it was a fucking fantastic match. Again, you're making Moxley tap via, the dog collar chain choke, over the top rope gimmick. But it's just something where I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't think I'll revisit for my 25. But
what's nice too,
that's why they space his title reigns, like every couple of years, which is also a nice thing. Like him and Omega, just a great build to when we saw him again win the AEW championship, in Minneapolis at that Full Gear. And that was just something we were like, holy shit, that was great. And then that whole reign was just like, oh yeah, it was over in like 4 or 5 months.
And I think the final positive with it too is Samoa Joe is a really good champion, like just in general, because he's so believable as I've been in a ring with that guy. That guy beat the fucking hell out of somebody in front of my own eyes. Like he is a believable champion. He looks the part. And now
100.
And you get now we get to flip the script, and now we get to see some faces go for it instead of just the heels. So I think you're going into 2026 with the right way to do it. So good with
They're
that.
going the Puro way. I'm not saying Joe's a bad champion. It's just interesting. They did the whole rematch, whatever. But yeah, Samoa Joe, it'll be interesting. He's facing Eddie Kingston. This is a very nice throwback to your Ring of Honor, type of days, CZW. I'm sure this match, I mean, Kingston's looked, he's coming off that long injury.
Mm-hmm.
So, was it 18 months?
He was gone for like a year and a half. Yeah.
So, I wouldn't even say ring rust, but, the whole, maybe it's a rope-a-dope thing. Maybe they'll put on the clinic. We'll find out.
Well, and he's in there with the right dance partner too, because Joe's a guy who can call a match around his deficiencies at it with it too.
Mm-hmm. And Kingston's always over, so I mean, it's going to be perfect. But
so
it's a good throwback. But he's like a Puro thing where, back in 2019, 2020, where you had Naruki Dori winning championships and Sal Tanaka winning your championship, and just kind of little things like that.
That's a good one. Good take.
Oh, so I think what they're doing is right for a couple of months until he has to go film Twisted Metal season 3. But good on them. Fun stuff.
And I think the reason why this went on last was because of the Swerve return. Otherwise, I do agree. I said to you, if whichever baby face is going to win out of the two, because I knew it would be 1-1, one heel, one face. Mm-hmm. The face should go on last. So that's the other reason I thought for sure Hangman was going to win. But Statlander, I mean, they slow built her, and when they finally got it to the right spot, they pulled the trigger, and it's been great. Her and Monet was tremendous. I went 4.5 on it. I love the story of Monet still can't win the fucking big one. And now Statlander can say she's beaten the top two in 1v1 matches. Like they built her perfect. It was perfect. They paid it off at the most perfect spot.
They did. What did we get? 13, 14 suplexes a la Eddie Guerrero by Monet.
Yeah, for each title of hers.
Yeah, Statlander showcasing her strength. Monet's just a huge comeback here after that interesting debut in 2024 in Boston, to her promos being shaky until she finally, it like clicked, kind of in the winter, spring of 2025, and she's just been, off, having really good matches. She's been more comfortable. She's been herself, adapting to this roster of talented performers. And Statlander is one of them, and I'm very pleased. And they shouldn't have taken the title off her. Like you said, not only with the Monet storyline, but with the Stat storyline. I mean, she's been a homegrown. She has, gone through injury. She's gone through various characters, like 3 of them within like a 2-month span. It seemed like. Again, shout out to Stokely for that whole conundrum. But her and Willow has had a fantastic rivalry. I think, for the real sickos, that is one where you kind of have to put, in the annals of history 10 years down the line. Has to be in your top 10 rivalries of this company's, history. But no, this was pitch perfect of a women's match. I don't know. What do you prefer, the Monet Statlander or Monet Tony Storm at All In?
I haven't put anything from All In my match of the year list yet for one reason. I want to re-watch it from the camera's sake.
Yeah.
And see, because we had a perfect view. We were just, it was a little farther away. And sometimes, as an example, Ospreay might have landed one of those kicks that was way snugger than it seemed because of the angle we had. That would make, that would pop me because I haven't seen it. So I would like to watch it where I'm watching it for the sake of critiquing it and not, I didn't grade anything that night. I turned my brain off and just enjoyed it. Nice, it was so nice to watch something without worrying about grading it. Because sometimes I feel like when I watch this stuff, I'm not watching it for the fun of it. I'm watching it, we got to get another sheet in so I can add this for my list and, for my collection and stuff. And I think just being on the trip and just having fun and being relaxed with you guys and fucking around made me watch it just as a fan. I think I even chanted a little bit, maybe once or twice. And I've been very standoffish on that.
No, but I really enjoyed that match. I thought those two told a fantastic story as always. I think what sealed it for me was the either the week of or the week prior where they had that promo battle where it was like a celebration. And I think it was in Boston, and they just went at it. But it was it felt like it was like half shoot, half work. And they were just it clicked for Monet, where she's like, oh, this is what I need to do now. And then ever since then, she's just been, just on point. But
I think the Storm thing too, with the Storm match, sorry to cut you off. I think with the Storm match, I think why I probably liked that one more, at least without rewatching it, was I really thought Monet was taking the title. I thought they were going to go all the way with it. And then when she hit her with those 3 pile drivers, I was like, oh my God. I remember I think I grabbed your arm and went, oh my God, she's going to fucking win.
Fucking win. Yeah.
I couldn't believe, and then she won it. I was like, oh my God, they got me. And once again, it's because I wasn't watching it okay, I want to talk about this or that. It was oh my God, it was so good, and I think that's why it's probably that match for me. Thinking about it now,
but where I'm going with this is, are these the best 2 stateside women's matches of 2025?
Oh, I would assume so. God, Monet had a really good match.
Storm and Blake Blossom, or what's
Yes,
her name?
Mariah May.
Blake Live, yeah. So I mean,
but wasn't that a year ago?
Was that last year? I would say I couldn't remember if that was spring 2025 and then she left. Yeah, that was Revolution, wasn't it? That was this year.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So 3 best.
I felt like Monet had some match that was really fucking good that we watched.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. How was her in Red Velvet at Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor?
Hey, let me close and open.
Or Death Before Dishonor.
Speaking of Death Before Dishonor, on our WWE Rebuild, the new episode comes out on Friday. Or excuse me, tonight, as I finally got it edited, and then we'll be recording a new one. But there's going to be a push for an angle on Zeke's show that I need everyone to get behind, and that is Deathmatch Dawkins. You'll find out about it when you hear it. But I am signed the fuck up when I coined the phrase Deathmatch Dawkins for double headband dumb fuck. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know. I was trying to buy time while I pulled up the Ring of Honor. I couldn't find it. It didn't go where I thought it went. So I'm gonna preface this before I'll spit through the card and give my grades. Okay. The final 3 matches I went notebook on. Everything else was fun, like 3 1/4. Ace Austin, Shoddy Lee Johnson, 3 1/4. Nothing to go home about, but it was a fun little match. Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, 3.5 against the Grizzled Young Vets. That was a fun little fucking match. Nigel and Moriarty had an Iron Man match. That was a lot of fun. But the other match that I went notebook on was Mercedes Moné and Red Velvet, Alex.
To explain.
When I asked you the question if Mercedes Moné is the greatest non-Joshi or Lucha, basically, American women's wrestler of all time, when I said I believe she might be right now, or has become like the greatest American women's wrestler of all time.
Over Momo Watanabe.
Well, she's not American, so that's why.
Whoa.
But I tell you what, Red Velvet has never even, I think, thought of having a notebook match in my mind. When she came to the ring, I was laughing, doing the stir it up thing, and everyone's telling me to shut the fuck up because I keep doing it. I'm just clowning. And halfway through this match, I'm going, man, this is really fucking good. And then as we start getting to they start getting into that stretch, and I'm going, man, Monet is really getting a lot out of Red Velvet. Like, this is the best match I've ever seen. And then out of nowhere, when I went, oh my God, Monet just put over Red Velvet, it immediately made me went, once again, Monet can make anybody look great. And just like a lot of these rumors that come out about these wrestlers, she doesn't have a problem putting people over. If she's going to put over, she's not putting over Red Velvet if she has a problem putting people over. That's like.
And she's lost twice for the big, prize in this company.
She can't get to the title. So she goes to the other one, wins the TV title, wins the secondary one there too, not the main, the secondary, and then fucking gets beat. And she couldn't believe it. Oh, it was awesome. It was such a good fucking match.
Nice. So you're saying a lot of, Mercedes, kind of veteran ship in the ring kind of led the match, or like did Red Velvet just, because she's coming off an injury as well, isn't she?
And you could tell Monet, she didn't like WWE herself and slow herself down to make the match work for their favor.
Okay.
She was moving and she was, you could see her, she was talking to her, but she was keeping up with it. And she didn't have her do anything that was like there's some cool shit obviously that happened, but like Red Velvet didn't do anything that was gonna cause issues or confusion or get sloppy. It was a simple called match with some good big spots. And a lot of fun near falls and back and forths. And the finish was perfect. It was a perfect finish. Because
So how does the match end then?
I'm not going to tell you so you can watch it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But let me just say to you, it will literally catch you off guard. You may go, oh, a couple times, oh, that's got to be it. But it feels like they're just going with the match, and you're just like, oh my god, it's over. Like it was really good.
Perfect.
It was really good.
Perfect. That's shock and awe, if you will, in many ways. So
I'll run through it real quick. So Outrunners defeat the Premier Athletes. Shout out to Tony Nese. And Arya Daivari, sorry again about the title that I peed on. Then we get 2-star match. Zeta Steel, the WWE ID chick who left and now got a tryout match, wrestles Layla Gray, who's with Skyflight, the new Scorpio Sky reboot group with Top Flight.
Oh, interesting.
And Christopher Daniels, and then Layla Gray. She goes for the Angel's Wings because she's, Chris Daniels like the trainer of the group.
Oh, okay.
So she goes to give Layla.
Isn't he talent relations too? Like, what the fuck is this guy doing with Skyflight?
He's just helping the kids out and his buddy.
You didn't see Jim Ross? Oh, I guess Jim Ross was a commentator.
Yeah, Jim Ross was with Swagger.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Lord.
But so she lifts up Zeta Steel for the motherfucking Angel's Wings. And I don't know why I think she did it. I don't know if she thought she was taking a pile driver. Like, I don't know if she thought, like, the Angel's Wings or whatever the hell Layla Gray called. I don't even know what she called. Maybe she said, like, double underhook driver or something. So Zeta Steel tucks her fucking chin, and she drops her straight on her fucking forehead. I almost threw up. I thought she killed her. I in my notes just say winner, gravy of death. Like we rounded about every time a new person would join the Discord, we would rewind it back to that match no matter what was happening, just to show them that finish. It was, oh my gosh. And then she got up and just walked away. I was like, oh, thank God. But I don't know, I don't know why she tucked her head, but so if you imagine she's trying to land flat like the Angel's Wings, but with her head tucked, the first thing that's flat is her forehead, and she just smokes her face. But then that Ace Austin beats Shotty Lee Johnson. Garcia and Yuta beat Grizzling Veterans. First match, Deonna Purrazzo wins the Pure Women's title tournament against Billy Starks, won 2 3/4. Moriarty beat Nigel with the Zack Sabre Jr. clutch pin that he always does, where he holds the arms and puts the legs over and then bridges up. And that was when they went to overtime because they were tied at 4-4 for. The finish was great, though. Nigel's up by 1, and he's outside the ring, and the ref's not looking for some reason. I can't remember what happened. And Shane Taylor punches Nigel right in the mouth, and Nigel falls back in the ring, and Moriarty covers him, and the ref, as perfectly timed as Batista and Cena landed in the Rumble, his hand counts to 3 at the exact time the buzzer goes off. It was perfect.
Oh, nice.
So then it went 4-4, and then the referee was like, "We don't restart these matches." He's like, "That's the rules." Time, he's like, "You gotta shake hands," and then he saw him holding his jaw, and he kind of looked, and then he realized that Shane Taylor interfered. So he was like, screw it, we're going to go into overtime then because you deserve it. You shouldn't have lost. So then that's why they restarted. So they had an actual reason, not just, let's do it for the fans. And then that's when Moriarty beat him, it was awesome. And then in a match that I thought was going to be a lot better, but it wasn't. I went 3 stars. Sammy Guevara and Beast Mortos defeat Tommy Billington and Adam Priest.
You have been on the Billington train.
Mm-hmm. And Adam Priest has been really good in Game Changer. And I'm like, man, dude, use these guys. They're fucking good, especially use them on ROH. So maybe this means we're going to get more out of them. I was kind of hoping they were going to take the titles, but Eddie Kingston defeats Josh the Goods Woods. I went 3 1/4. Finish was great. Kingston just picked him up and hit a basic DDT and just pinned him. I was like, hell yeah, it's like 1986, baby. So love that. Shane Taylor Promotions defeats Skyflight. I went 3 1/2. I wrote down Sean Dean rolls up Darius Martin after a punch from Shane Taylor and holds the tights. Holds the tights past his b-hole. He had those tights so deeply hooked that Darius stopped selling to cover his, like to try to stop his nuts from coming out. I mean, he had his whole butthole out. I was like, dude, why did you? So then obviously he can't sell the finish because he's gonna pull his pants up and shit. But it was funny.
Boy.
I thought it was pretty funny. But then we get to the meat and potatoes. I went 4 stars national title match. Ricochet via the Spirit Gun defeats Dalton Castle. It was a really good match. Those two guys had really good chemistry. Dalton Castle's awesome. And Ricochet is so good he can work around Dalton Castle's deficiencies because of all of his injuries he's had. So it was awesome. At one point, Ricochet just kicks one of the boys that Dalton Castle came out with in the face on the floor for no reason. He like shit.
Oh, he still has the boys, even though that whole thing.
Oh, they're different boys now. They're not the
okay.
the Tate twins.
I'm surprised he's even doing that.
But he had this big fat one. There was like 4 of them. And he goes to punch Ricochet, and Ricochet bumps and powders, and he slams his hands on the mat. He's like, damn it. And then he turns and just Yakuza kicks the fat one. I was like, hell yeah. Like, it's so tight. Then we had the Survival of the Fittest. I went 4 1/4. Bandito defeats Beast Mortos, Hechicero, Sammy Guevara, Commander, and Blake Christian.
Oh,
there was some crazy ass spots in that match, so I recommend that to anybody.
Oh, okay.
That was a fun match. And then the main event.
How's Sammy doing in Ring of Honor, by the way?
I think he's doing okay. He's the hard part, I think, for him is he's in with these super workers: Hechicero, Commander, Beast Mortos, Bandito. And he's good, yes, but he's still kind of that WWE kind of good. You know what I mean? Like, that's why him and Cody was so good together. But he hung in there for the most part. Like, he could hit his big spots, but he's a lot of character in some of these matches. But I think it still gives it a little bit of breath of fresh air of not having all the ROH guys that are just there. So I do still kind of like it for that.
Agree.
And you don't hear him complaining, so he must be fine or like being over there. Or maybe he's just enjoying getting a different group of people to work and still getting paid, But,
I agree.
I'm fine with that.
He could be showcased a little more over there, so good for him.
Yeah.
Also good for Nigel. I mean, back-to-back years since coming back in 2024. After what was like a 12, 13-year hiatus from the ring. But then having like banger matches in 25 as well. Of course, him and Danielson, the big one at Grand Slam last year before Danielson's retirement. But, kind of him and Garcia being a thing.
Which was awesome.
Again,
that tag
storylines,
match with FTR?
With FTR.
Good call.
Then that the 4-way for the IWGP title for what was it, Forbidden Door, where he faced Zack Sabre Jr., which was a wet dream match like no other.
He had
delivered, and then
Moriarty last year at Final Battle also. So this was a rematch from the year before.
So that's what I was about to say. And then the 30-minute Iron Man with Moriarty, and you're just like, this guy just knows how to pick his spots. And it's not even wearing out your welcome, but like him just saying, okay, I'm going to go now.
Yeah.
And just like you being a huge Nigel fan, like how cool of a feeling is this?
Oh yeah. My 2 favorite guys in Ring of Honor were Danielson and Nigel. So like getting to see Danielson come back with you in Chicago, that's why like I still have that's the loudest I've ever fucking yelled, I think, at a show. Like I was pole vaulting off of you. If I wasn't so hyped, I would have realized how high in the air I was pushing off of your shoulders because I was going batshit crazy. I mean, you could see the video of me screaming my lungs out. I'm like, oh
and
my
then you
God.
also got Adam Cole.
Yeah, which was really cool to see too. We thought we might get one of them. We didn't think we were going to get both of them. That was so fucking cool. And so. And then obviously, getting to see Nigel come back after these 2 guys both ended on their own terms always pissed me off. And then getting to see him work one more time was, oh my God. One of my favorite feuds of all time is those 2 guys.
Awesome. No, I'm happy you get to see your boy yet again. Not a lot of people though. Oh, dude, was that all for Ring of Honor?
No, then we
Final
had our main
Dishonor?
event, which
the
I
main
think
event. I
my
apologize.
favorite match of the night. I think. Another person who wrestled a shit worker, who I've trashed on this podcast numerous times, had the best match I've ever seen of her life. Athena defeats Persephone. Well, I think Persephone stinks. You know that.
You are not a fan.
I went 4 1/4. One of the best O faces she's ever hit. She came out in with 2 katanas and shit. She looks so dope. Like, she is just, when somebody's locked in, like, she is just locked into her character. And oh my God, she probably lost 30 pounds.
Persephone?
No, Athena. She was yoked. She was slim and ripped. She was wearing, and she was wearing almost trunks too. Like, she looked like, I think she's moving. I think they're finally going to move her over. Cause she definitely looked like, when somebody is like, hey, I'm going to have a big opportunity coming up that's in something like this, and they get into that really good shape that you're not used to them being in.
Mm-hmm.
She was it was like a Ben K difference. Like Ben K, he's always jacked, but sometimes he's a little big jacked. Like, she was always in shape, like she had abs and shit, but it was like Scott Steiner, like big gutted kind of abs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like when Ben K suddenly, we're like, oh my God, he must be getting a title run or something before he won it. Like, she looks like she has been in the gym. And the thing that made me really like this match so much too is she wrestled at a frenetic pace that she does do, but she looked like she had cardio for days. And Persephone just hung with her. They did, it was the same type of a match. And the heels brought the babies along, and it was. I mean, these were 2 of the best matches of the show, were the 2 women's matches, and Athena once again deserving to be the fucking main event. She is tremendous.
Wow, that's awesome.
She made me go, man. I feel bad that I forget her when I talk about Sari and Saya Kamatani as the best women in the world, like, and then throwing Monet in there and probably Toni Storm at times.
Was it 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. Like, it's like 1,000 days or some shit, I think, right now.
Jesus.
She's
so what do you do? So what's the storyline there? Is Mercedes go for her? They have their title match. Does she end up beating Athena, or is this the downfall of Mercedes with her losing the Red Velvet earlier in the night? Like, who's the one to beat Athena? We all thought Billy Starks might be the one, but she's gone, 0 for 2 during this reign, and who else is out there? Is Red Velvet down the line someone? If she's beating Mercedes Moné, do they,
can I
trust her to then become?
Can I give you a kind of a weird, to beat Athena? What about Alex Windsor?
Interesting. I guess I haven't seen too much. I think I've seen maybe a handful of matches with her, 4 or 5. But
let me give you one more.
Okay.
What about Jamie Hayter?
Hayter would be nice.
Give her a chance to headline a brand.
Yeah, I was about to say then she can run that and then showcase different stylings for the Ring of Honor women already. I'm fine with that. I mean, that's the nice thing is you can interswitch like that and it all makes sense.
And
then when Claudio overtakes the Death Riders, if he doesn't go for that Ring of Honor championship against Bandito down the line, I wouldn't be surprised if. Well, no, I think Claudio
give me
would
those
be the only
2.
one that would make sense. Yeah. So
holy shit, those talk about 2 guys who are on their game right now. Claudio and Bandito, yes, please.
Or Claudio CMLL champion. Yeah,
he beat Gran Guerrero. Champion. He's facing Ultimo Guerrero, I think, on the 16th or something. I might try to bootleg that one. Ultimo Guerrero's tight, man.
So it'll be interesting what they do. Claudio, like you said, low-key having a really good back end of 2025 as that storyline with the Death Riders conclude there.
Another guy that is proof that you can heat somebody up when needed and you can cool them off when you don't have to.
And he's already a former during the TK Ring of Honor regime,
Two-time
former
world champ.
Two-time champion. Oh, nice.
But like, and then he take him out of it, have him take falls and tags and stuff, and then now it's all right. We're gonna reheat you back up. It's because everything just makes sense. Like, and this ROH show, kind of closing it out. My match Rex would be Athena Persephone, and then probably Survival of the Fittest, Ricochet, Dalton Castle, and Monet and Red Velvet. I think everything else, maybe if you want to watch McGinnis Moriarty because it is fun, and a quick in and out match that was pretty good was the two to close out the pre-show, the Grizzled Young Vets, Garcia, Yuta, and then that Ace Austin Lee Johnson. But once again, Ring of Honor, I always know I'm going to get a fun show. Like it never, it's like an AEW pay-per-view. They always hit. So it is, if you got time, it's worth the watch, top to bottom. Otherwise, I think.
What apparently was not a watch. A lot of people calling for Paul's head. I am a big mark for one CM Punk, especially when he's a champion or in a war game. But I didn't give a shit. I asked the people out here that watch wrestling, and they're like, nah. And they are WWE marks like you would never know. But 4-match card. Take it away, Ryan, since you had to endure this.
Do you want me to just start at the main event and go backwards? You want me to start with the opener?
You got 3 minutes, but yes.
Okay. So the opener, I actually took notes for the first time in a long time on one of these sheets because I don't believe in desecrating these sheets. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, AJ Lee, and Io Sky defeat Asuka, Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Kairi Sane when AJ taps Becky Lynch. I went 1.5 stars.
Oh!
My notes say Kairi swings a chain so best friends just run at her and then they all bump one after another as they just run into her chain. Cole screams decapitation on a trash can that hit Io Sky in the ribs, which Io sells as, so it can't be decapitated.
Then did she use the one licensed Io Sky garbage can, that same one that hit her in the ribs, over her and jumping off the top of
Yes, because
how can you jump off of War Games? Weren't these always enclosed?
Wait for this. Yeah, they will wait for this. And remember, it's survive, it's quit or referee stoppage is basically you have to surrender. Is how the War Games. That's why Tony Storm surrendered.
Okay.
It makes it even better now. That's how War Games you only could win by surrendering. When they did the Kurt Hennig was gonna slam Ric Flair's head on the ring post, and then they made him quit. So Mongol quit for them. So he wouldn't do it, and then he did it anyway because he turned heel. So like it's all about that. So. Anyway, she came out with the trash can lid as like a shield, like Captain America on her knuckle, and it had her name and like a phoenix logo. And then Rhea came out with the trash can that also had the name written in the phoenix logo on it. And the trash cans were white with red writing. So
oof, oh boy.
So
it's a little offensive.
So Io, of course, goes to the top of the cage, and they're trying to get her the thing, and they can't. Fucking stupid AJ Lee starts like jumping and reaching, like she's gonna get it all the way up there to her. So Rhea Ripley. Oh God, I want you to just imagine what I was saying or doing or yelling when this spot's happening. So she's like a little kid trying to reach something in a tree. So here comes Rhea Ripley, who puts her head between her legs and stands up with her. So now she's on her shoulders like the dudes that wear the big trench coats to get into movies. And then she can reach Io to give her the trash can, and everybody starts cheering and saying, holy shit, and stuff like that. Oh, my Lord, my blood was boiling.
Oh, man.
I also have written down, AJ is just crawling around watching people mock her. She stinks. These time intervals are awful. One was 34 seconds and one was 3 minutes.
Oh Lord! Were they at least like fighting in the holding cage? At
No,
the
they didn't do
ramps?
the
Were
holding
they, like,
cages anymore.
Why? That's like the best part. That's how you got the Roman Punk meme last year. That
Because
fucking rock.
it's because you had to get their full entrances this year's.
Why? Like to see Lesnar like with four other dudes. It's like the draw. That's like Lashley versus Shelton. You get nothing.
Yeah, they
God,
didn't
that
do
sucks.
it. Yeah. And then so this goes to that Io Sky thing. I said AJ's on her shoulders, and now Io is pitting 3 people. So when she did the splash with the garbage can, she's pitting 3 of them. And nobody is counting. The referee is just standing there. It's like, what? Why is nobody counting for this to happen? And then she just gets off of them. No, you just won.
Man.
So anyway, that's over. I went 2 stars on Cena and Dom. Dom wins with a frog splash. Liv Morgan runs out and
yeah, makes a return.
Well, so cool. First I thought he was really injured, but Dominic Mysterio did the Kevin Weichen with me at Doc's Landing in November of 2004. Where he went for a Hurricane Rana off the apron and Cena just power bombs him on his head because he didn't tuck his head, and which the dude that I accidentally brained on the ground and gave a concussion to. So Cena, so I thought Cena killed him. So and then when the trainer came over and the ref came over, and it's a work, okay. So he gets back in and they're wrestling and then they're having kind of a decent match. And then the ref bump happens, and then Liv Morgan comes running out, and she slaps Dominic Mysterio, but she doesn't even. She was 3 feet over his head. It looked awful, and then she runs and waist locks with her legs like she was gonna bang John Cena, and then get this. This is where the lore comes in. She suddenly opens her eyes real big and makes a straight face like Cena did when he looked at The Rock.
Oh God!
And everyone goes, "Oh!" And then she gets down and smiles. Then she kicks him in the dick, and then he falls into the rope, and then he gets 619 and frog splashed, and it's over. And I was like, "All right, well, thank you for that. I'm glad we."
So he lost to the move that he no-sold when he won the Intercontinental Championship. That makes sense. I still love that Raw match in Boston, though. That
was great. That was the one you made me watch.
And Dom wins it back in his hometown, and it works. So there you go, Dom. Dom's the man.
I will say Liv Morgan looked smoking hot, and so did Roxanne Perez in that match. But anyway.
Shout out to Stephanie Vacour, as she is the women's world champion, defeating a Nikki Bella. Cena and a Bella back-to-back. Who did? That's a rib, right? Like them and the company at the same fucking time. That's a big rib.
And they would have had to cross paths in the Gorilla, too.
Yeah, Nikki Bella, her boobs going heel or her shirt going heel as she turned a couple of weeks ago, which is stupid. 10 seconds to explain what the fuck, why is Nikki Bella here?
Nikki Bella was on the bottom of Cena like normal, as I only gave her a 1 3/4. This is one of the worst. If Stephanie Vacour wasn't a decently competent wrestler who is pretty good, but I think she's not as. I'm starting to think she's not as good as she was, and I'm starting to think it was Monet that was really good.
I think
and Julia was really
adapting
good
to this style.
That's fair, and that's what I'm thinking it was the other.
Because she's had good matches in this company. I mean, NXT being one of them, but that was a good crop of workers that she had at that time. But I've seen her have good TV matches. I've seen her have good, PLE matches. But you don't need to fucking put a Nikki Bella feud on her where you had no ounce of believability of them being quote unquote friends.
So I think the whole reason they did this was I think they thought putting Nikki Bella in the ring with her would get normal people's eyes on Vacour. If that's the case, then I understand the reason behind it and I don't hate it. What I hate is that Nikki Bella is still wrestling because she might be the worst professional wrestler in the world right now. If Vacour got about a 1.5 star match out of her, otherwise this was like a 1/4 star match. It would have been probably the worst match I've seen all year. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, they got to stop building her as the architect or legend of the give divas a chance, because she was not it. All credit to Stephanie McMahon.
And then the match of the night at a whopping two. Yeah, Stephanie invented women's wrestling, guys. At a whopping 2.25, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul defeat CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Big Jim, and Yeet Man Jey Uso. When
Yeet Man. What's more offensive? You get 2 yeets in one match, or you get a fucking masked man finisher? What's worse?
When this motherfucker thinks he's Deadpool and fucking talks to the camera, and they started his look. CM Punk was walking around playing air guitar on a chair. like what? He's fucking sitting on the top of the cage, holding out of the thing like the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball video.
Does he think this is dangerous, gay? Come on.
I'm like,
dead or alive?
Oh my God, this match. And then the funny thing was, obviously you knew Brock was going to come out. And so like when Jay's up there in his face when Brock's music hit was pretty cool. But again,
fun.
Again, that was, they came in the ring and then they bumped everybody and then did it again.
Wow.
And and then they did the whole thing. And then Brock comes out. It was like 2 minutes, but then like there was like one point, I think it was like 4.5 minutes before the next guy came out. It was like, who's back there paying attention? It's like somebody got up and had to piss, and then somebody new took over and didn't know the rules. But
can you tell me, did Punk and Lesnar touch?
Oh yeah, you could tell Brock Lesnar suplexes CM Punk way different than he does Cody and Roman.
In a good or a bad way?
In a hey tough guy type way. I don't think he likes him.
I was about to say, aren't they boys?
Yeah, I don't know. Like when he'd throw like Cody and Roman, he'd throw him like up and back. When he was suplexing Punk, he's just like lawn darting him backwards on his shit.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
He was killing
I'm intrigued to see that.
At one, oh my God, I was this might have been the worst part of the night. So it's Drew McIntyre and I think it was Logan Paul, and then it was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes were the 4 guys. No, it was maybe it was Braun Breaker and Drew McIntyre. It was McIntyre and somebody, it doesn't matter. But it was 2 and 2. Mm-hmm. And Cody comes in and he's cleaning house, right? Because his number just got called. Because, they can do the hot stuff and then they can have their fucking climactic movie shit like they always do in between every one of these. Mm-hmm. So he bumps him and he's bumping McIntyre and he bumps Breaker and bumps McIntyre and bumps Breaker. And he's getting all fired up. And then Punk gets up and he grabs, he puts his hand on Cody's shoulder to like get up for like leverage since he was hurt. And then Cody Rhodes back elbows Punk in the face. And then he turns and goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was you. There was only 3 people in the ring. Who the fuck did you think was grabbing your shoulder?"
That was for Hangman Page and Matt and Nick.
Yeah, I like literally.
He should have did the Bullet Club sign. The Too Sweet.
I would have shit my pants if he would have done that. I would have said this match fucks. I would have said Punk is
that
amazing.
That would have been the good Homelander turn if he would have did it right there.
Yeah, I would have said CM Punk is a pros for taking that one, and that's why I know deep down in there he's still in there somewhere. And we know he's in there because I'm going to tell you something else he did. Where he was really trying to make this as he was trying to make it as old school as I think he could to save anything, which was pretty funny. Joe Gagney, the dude who does the $5 or the 5-star match game, I follow him on Twitter and I'll BS with him sometimes. And so CM Punk gets busted open at the beginning after getting graded on the fence. And he's bleeding, and Michael Cole is shitting his pants, and oh my God, he's bleeding, going crazy. and then like a minute later, you can't really tell. So Joe Gagney responds with CM Punk bladed like getting cut with a razor when you're shaving. where it's just like bleep, and then it just stops. Like that's what it did. So he must have tried to like cut his head on the gate or something to get blood the hard way, and then it was just like bleep.
Was it AEW where he like hit under the announce table and you could see him like trying to jab his?
Yeah, he's just stabbing his head.
Or wasn't that him? Yeah, where you're like, come on, dude.
That was at Wembley. So like he tried to do something, but boy, it was it was one of the worst blade shots I've ever seen. Or he like pushed down or something. I don't know.
Blader. He does. Yeah, I would say it's probably the latter, but I mean, I wouldn't want to do that either. You don't want to mess up that pretty face. He's got a Netflix movie he's shooting right now, a holiday Netflix movie.
It's one of those things where like. I felt like he's like, all right, I got to make sure the hardcore fans still know I'm tight. Then he's like, oh, but Paul's gonna get mad at me, and then he changes his mind. You're like, boo, you pussy, just do it.
He's in a tough position, man. He's trying to toe the line. He's
trying
to make all that money.
My God,
he's making that money. He's got his wife making that money.
Look,
so good on him, man. Who doesn't want to make that?
No,
money?
and it's like I said to you with the whole Saudi Arabia thing. Game. Like I said to you with the Saudi Arabia thing, if he would have just upright said I did it to take the money or whatever, cool, brother, make your money. I would have never had a problem with that. But I love when the Yeet Man thing is happening and he's like doesn't know what to do because it's just weird. So he starts playing air guitar in the fucking chair.
Which the old Phil would have been like, fuck this noise. Or he's like, dude, I'm getting paid lots of money for this.
It was one of those things where like Big Jim was probably like, hey man, you got to do something or they're going to wonder why you're not participating. And he's like, fuck, I don't know how to participate. So he just starts So
really hope there's a GIF out there that I want to see that.
So I appreciate him participating. But then after the match is over, they're all talking and sitting there, and then the camera gets really close. There was a camera in the fucking ring, like between the rings, and he kept getting in the way and shit. I was like, somebody's gonna get Chris Candido and die in here. Last time you had a cameraman in a fucking cage match was the Candido thing. But I'm like, what is this guy doing? And all of a sudden, Roman and Cody are like, almost like they're gonna fucking make out. And Roman just like, I need you to know, Cody, we're never gonna tag again. We're never gonna be on the same side again. You've ruined that opportunity to be my partner. And Cody's like, yeah, fine, well, whatever then. And then he walks away from him, and then the camera fades out. I was like, you really made us have to stop and listen to that?
Oh, boy, yeah.
And that's
Cody
Survivor Series.
Coming to a Mania near you. Or somewhere else, allegedly. But there we go.
That's War Games.
Yeah, on paper, it looks fucking dope, but in reality, it's a big nope.
It's... Look, if you were say you had never seen either match, and you took the women that were in that match, who am I trying to think of? Like Julia Hart and Sky Blue and Harley Cameron, like some of these people like that, and then you put those 10 fucking people they put in that match. And if I were to say one of them is a 2-star and one's a 5-star match, without knowing any different, nobody would ever vote for that other one. But it just goes to show you, if you have and you put on a good match and you work your ass off, you will always have a better match than people who just go into the motions, no matter what their level is.
Good on Tony Khan for jumping over because he knew War Games would be at Survivor Series. It's just a common thing now. It's they need to get away from that. But good on him for doing Blood and Guts weeks earlier, for people to talk about those in a positive light. Some negative, but I think after people watch War Games, they revisit and said, oh, AEW did it way better. So good on them for kind of gaining a little bit of momentum from that there. Speaking of momentum, though, John Cena having his final WWE match this Saturday night's main event, will not be a John Cena tribute show. Allegedly, it is opening as he will face Gunther as he won the Time Is Now tournament, which was a big waste, but I guess had some pretty okay matches.
Bro, we got Dolph Ziggler back.
Oh, I forgot about that already. Gunther and Cena.
Oh. Never mind. I don't think they're booked. Sorry. I was going to talk about the card.
No. But yeah, I talked the card real quick. But yeah, well, probably we're gonna definitely watch this. We'll talk about this. You might even get another quick weekend show to discuss that. But yeah, very interesting. We'll probably dive into Cena's career a little bit more.
That's a good
next
idea.
week as well, as we kind of discuss that and the importance of one thugonomics leader. But Ryan, go ahead with what you're going to say.
Damn, I thought there was a card out for this. I guess there's not.
Yeah, so what's cool is Cena allegedly is like, hey, don't make me the main
is.
event. Don't make it about me. Let's make it exhibition style NXT versus WWE, which I think is an awesome idea. Listening to him on Rogan and Van Vliet, various other platforms over the last couple of weeks to promote, this retirement has been really fun. Very interesting answers. Listened to the Rogan interview today. Very intuitive, good fun. He's a really smart businessman, and good to see him kind of go out. And yeah, it truly is an end of an era. A new era definitely has formed over the last 6-7 years since he was kind of in that spotlight. But Cena Gunther, what a way to go out. I hope it's not a 4-minute thing. I hope it's not like a Goldberg retirement cutout, but just give me a good 15-minute battle where it's good versus evil, America versus, foreign, Austria. And let's just have a good fucking classic way to go out. Cena looking up at the lights. Or you can go to Sting route, which wouldn't be a bad thing either. But I think Gunther is going to decimate John Cena.
So it's
build to something big.
It's the opener. And they said today that there's no runtime on the show, so everything has a chance to breathe with what the point of the evening is. So there's no runtime, and the Cena Gunther thing is opening.
Awesome.
So I'm guessing Cody Oba will be the main event, which I'm actually really looking forward to. Like I said, I go back and watch Oba Femi Ricky Starks from Deadline. It was really good. It felt like Ricky Starks. I called him Ricky Starks just now because it felt like Ricky Starks. It wasn't Ricky Saints. This was, remember when I told you about that promo, I think last show we had, where he cut that promo against Oba Femi that I said was just tremendous. It felt like Ricky Starks. That's how this match felt. It felt really Ricky Starks-ish. So I highly recommend that. But Femi looks really good. He looks really competent in there, and I think Cody's going to give him a lot. I think it's going to be good. Sol Ruka gets Bailey, which kudos to Bailey for having that camp for all the women that Cena went to.
Oh, 100%. I think that was a great thing that he did for the future. Good to see her and Izzy hook back up. I think that's great. And everyone that came out to give their time, because that's what the industry should be about. And what is it, Lodestar?
Yes, Lodestar. Yeah.
So
do you think Bailey? This was, and I don't want to. What I'm going to say, I don't mean as a bad thing. I don't mean it was done for any bad intentions like this. But do you think when she was doing or getting all those women that was there, she was networking for when she leaves, presumably when her contract's done?
When I was reading a little bit more about it today, I did have that thought as well.
Yeah, like
I was like, oh, she's testing the waters to see what's out there,
and how
she
smart.
Some independent scene, and then she can. I mean, it's inevitable. She needs to be AEW bound. I mean,
she would flourish.
Her knees, what have you? I mean, the injuries over the last couple of years is kind of weighed her down, but she's just not respected, ever since the walkout with Mercedes, and she should be. Naomi walked out with her, but Bailey, with those ties, it just seems like she's always disrespected, even though she is a huge force, reinventing herself over and over again, a la, many of the, if not all the Four Horsewomen. But I think it's networking, sure, but I think it's a way for her to kind of see what's out there, to see who she can make money with when her career is done with the E.
So apparently her contract is supposed to be up as next year. So she's got a year left on her deal. So, I mean, if you're really serious about your women's division tag titles, I think you have Monet go away at the end of next year, like halfway through next year, have her lose everything and go away, and you have her return with Bailey as a tag team.
Yeah.
And it would let Bailey get accustomed to wrestling that style again, where she wouldn't have as much emphasis on her, and Monet would be the perfect person, just like Cody was for Matt Cardona, on how to do it the right way. Because that's how Cardona said he just took Cody's advice and just ran with it, and that's why he succeeded so much. He said he's made more money on the Indies than he did in WWE. And it was the same with the other way around there. So why not just buddy up with her? And I'm sure she's soaking all the knowledge in. So so I think that could be cool, and cool for Sol Ruca. I really hope this isn't Zarya turning, because I'm assuming that's going to happen. So I'd like this to just be a clean show that I'm excited to watch the entire thing of. But AJ Styles Dragon Lee against Javon Evans and Leon Slater.
Oh, that's gonna be the banger. That's gonna be the match of the night. Like, let's be real. That's gonna be dope, but a good showcase nonetheless.
And even knowing AJ is just a slight step behind what he was, he's got 3 guys in there that you won't even notice it with him doing it. He'll look like $1 million in there because he can take his time, and those guys it's gonna be great. We're gonna see it's gonna be the best match by far, I think, with a good card. I think this is going to be the.
Oh yeah.
My one question for you is: do you think they're going to have a Gunther match, or is it going to be like when Orton wrestled Gunther and it was an Orton match?
I'm hoping it's going to be a Gunther match. I think Cena's going to be like, "All right, man, let's see what you got."
Same.
I'm pretty confident it's going to be that. I think he knows this is it. Let's go out with a bang, and he's going to.
If Gunther treats him like
knock it out of the park.
If he treats him like Ilya Dragunov, we might be in for something special.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, but I think Gunther going out is the better call, as we all know. But again, there's so much you can do with this story, and we have what, like a 10-minute, not even a 5-minute Gunther promo, and Cena not doing anything for the go home, and you don't need that because it's just Gunther John Cena. This was the rumored match to happen at this year's WrestleMania, but of course we all know that didn't happen. But we get it now. Our last time is 72 hours from now, so should be interesting. But speaking of that, my time is now for me to go. But before Ryan closes in on his King of Gate 2025,
we'll just wait for it. We'll talk Dragon Gate next week.
No.
Because we got Fantastic Gate too. So everything's
a lot of fantastic. There's like 9 fantastic gates. Did you know that?
Because I think everything's kind of on the 16th is the final Korakuen before Final Gate. So I say we talk King of Gate and then the Korakuen, so we'll preview Final Gate next week.
Perfect. And who knows? Maybe. Oh no, you said you're recording Friday, right?
Yes. I can always move things too if needed.
Well, no. We'll figure it out. But unfortunately, real world and real weather talks.
It's
but
okay.
This is he's Ryan. I'm Alex. Say goodnight.
Good night, Ryan.